Hey, everybody. Hi, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. You are not in our situation room. That's a habit for me to say that. Thank you for joining me. We are on block 13 of Sherry and Chelsea's Brightly Sampler from the Family Favorites book. And Miss Frito has popped in here. She thinks we're doing this twice a day now. She's kind of gotten used to it. So she's already had 3 sticks, but I will give her another little biscuit, and then that'll be it. So there you go, baby girl. Yeah, that's it. Okay, good girl, Frito, our little rescue. She's a blessing for sure, for sure. Great to see you guys. Hello, everybody, again, who were with me this morning in the situation room. I was just in we call it the logistics room. That's actually where Keith sews. He does Legit Kits block of the month. And if you're joining in with that, thank you. We are having a really good time with that. But we sold all 13 of his seam rippers and all 10 of the necklaces. They're gone. And Keith and I were just in there working fast and furious. He prints out the order sheet and pulls the product, puts it aside, and I'm in there and I double check and make sure that's the right color that the person wanted. I wrap it up, tape it up, package it up, and put it in a bag, and he takes it to the mailbox. That's how we do logistics in the morning. So quite busy, everybody. You got the book and fabric. Let's see here. All right, Linda Brooks. She says she's got projects to finish before she gets started. The nice thing about these blocks is that you can certainly knock them out one after the other. We are taking our time on this and doing one a week. So great to see everybody. Oh, my goodness. Hi, Doris. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate that. All right, y'all. So block 13, which is the Happy Dance block. I believe that is this one right here. And last week, if you remember, I was having trouble getting the fancy block. For some reason, I couldn't get this one to fit. Well, we've got little wrinkles where I blocked it, okay? Don't worry about those little wrinkles. All of these, they will what we call quilt out. They will quilt out. That's not that big of a deal. You won't see those. Yeah. Yes, you can go back and look at the video. Yay, Linda. So funny. You won't even notice those in the quilting, and it'll all get stitched in because the quilting kind of pulls and smooths everything out when that happens. So hi, Deidre from Vancouver. That's fantastic. Thanks for joining us. If you're watching on replay, thank you so much for bringing me into your home. You guys give a thumbs up to the video. And if you are watching on a TV, grab that remote and hit the channel up button. I would appreciate it. That is a thumbs up. Coffee. Well, I found the other camera. This morning I was talking that I got a new tripod and I was switching things around. I couldn't find my little camera. This one right here, I couldn't find it. Found it. Things always turn up. Also found the lens cap. That's been missing. I found that in Keith's sewing room. So, yep. And once it's washed, you won't see those wrinkles at all. It'll be gone. I believe that will be a washable quilt. That's going to be a snuggle quilt. I'm taking my chickens pattern that I made from Cluck Cluck Sew with Corey Yoder's Peachy Keen line. I'm taking that to my chiropractor tomorrow because she hangs my quilts on the wall in her waiting room. So that's very nice. And I submitted a picture of that quilt to Corey Yoder. She shows viewer quilts on her channel of people who have made quilts with her lines. So I took a picture of that. So hopefully it makes the cut into one of her weekly videos on Saturday. You guys be sure to subscribe to Corey Yoder's YouTube channel. She's awesome. Lots of good stuff. She's a phenomenal quilter, pattern designer, fabric designer. She's the whole package and a sweetheart to boot. Met her several times at Houston. Okay, so let's get to making the fancy block. Now, these are just half square triangles is all that they are, or the Happy Dance. I'm sorry. We're making Happy Dance today. They're just half square triangles, and they look pretty simple, but they can be a real deal to try to put together and get them right. So The book has you make them in 4 patches. We go over this each week. The book has you make them in 4 patches. Okay. I'm not doing that. I make mine in rows and then I sew my rows together. So that is the easiest way for me to do that. Okay. I don't know why. It just works better. With the 4 patch, I had a hard time. And it's crazy because it's the same seams. I don't know. You just got to make it work. So happy dance. Everything's all cut. This has been such a pleasure to do this with you guys, knowing the quilt is all cut. I don't have any rush. We just sit down. You can drive now. Oh, good. Tiny can drive. She had a surgery, and so now she can drive. That's excellent, Tiny. I'm glad. Okay. So let's find Happy Dance and get this ready to go. We're going to make, I don't know which is which. I don't think it much matters. Put these back in here. I got blocks rolling around. This is fancy. That needs to stay there like that. Okay. So if you are just joining us on my blog, powertoolswiththread.com, there is, you can just in the search box, look for Brightly Sampler and you will see the layout that I am using. This is from Shirley Scott. She actually finished her quilt and put it in our Facebook group. So she put the cornerstones and the sashing in and everything. So that picture is also in our Facebook group. And then I did a schedule. All right. So we are like just a little lower than halfway done. And we are on 310 for the Happy Dance. The first time you do it, you might not be doing a happy dance. You might be going, ah. So you guys, this is Sewing Machines Plus's Quilt Fest all week long, 10 a.m. Pacific. Let's see, I think 10 a.m. Pacific. That's noon for us. Are they earlier? I can't remember. Anyway, if they're going to start earlier than 10, but they will be streaming live all week long. It is the week to be able to get Brother machines, free scan and cuts with purchase, any kind of machine, really. They sell more than Brother. They sell Baby Lock. They sell Juki. They sell all kinds of stuff, sewing and machine embroidery. So be sure to check out their lives. You're going to get education all week long on how to do tricks and techniques and stuff. So a tantrum block, Deb. Yeah. When you first do it, I just couldn't do it in their 4 patch. It was driving me bats. So y'all just be sure to check out. I need to leave my 2.5. I'm working on Firm Foundation quilts. Got Ohio Stars that are 2.5. So I need to set this where I can find it. So I'm going to go ahead and lay this out on my project board. These are Lori Holt project boards. She has a video on how to make your own. But if you want to make your own, you can. But for me, time is money. I just bought one. Okay. All righty. I'm laying this out kind of according to the pictures that I'm looking at. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Shirley's got them. I'm just going to lay them out. I'm looking at the picture in the book, and then I'm just going to do this that way. So they're half square triangles. You know what? I need a bigger design board. This isn't going to work. I'll be laying all over top of each other. I love my design boards. I can stop something. Sorry, Frito. I'm sorry, baby. I stepped on her foot. I can stop something in the middle of a project and it's just going to stay put. So the trick to starting out on these is to turn on your iron, but to lay out 4 of the white squares diagonally all the way down the block, top like this, top right down to lower left. Need to make sure I get these right side up there. Now I've got the room that I need to lay this out. So this is the, which board is this? This is the 18 square, 18-inch square board. This is the 14-inch square. So the 18 is better to get this all laid out. All righty. So if you are using the diagonal fabrics, if you're going to be using any diagonal fabrics, this is the opportunity for you to lay them out and take a look and see which way you want to fold your fabric so that it looks correct. That's another beauty of these boards, is so that you can do that. You're at the last block of 4 square. Awesome. Cutting, cutting. Go, go, go. Yep. Okay. So, and then the rest of these whites will be folded in half, okay, on the half square triangle. So I will draw on the rest of these squares. But these now, let's see, the little orange, I'm looking at the picture, is right here. Number 2. I think I've got this wrong. This is all wrong. I've got too much board going on. There we go. Right? Something's wrong. My brain. Let's see. The red goes right here, and the yellow and a dark aqua goes right here, and then this one. There we go. That's the problem. I was too spread out, causing me grief. Okay, a pink right there. Light green right here. And let's see, a light pink. See, this is a directional one. This reads like a stripe. So I want to make sure those are going right up. And that's how I'll show you a quick trick for doing that. And am I missing something? Am I missing squares? Let's see. I'm going to put this green here. And oh man, see, now I got myself lost. What did Shirley do with hers? I told y'all I don't have a original thought in my head, and this is where I get frozen. So we're on the 3rd of these happy dance blocks in this layout. So here's 1, 2, 3. Ah, okay. This one down here. So let's get this going. She put this pink. Okay. Then the yellow. Then a red. This green goes here. This aqua goes over here. She's got such a good eye for this. Don't recreate the wheel if you don't have to. All right. And a light green. Okay. The pink stripe went right here. Light green under that. This dark red went down here. Oh, I love it when somebody else does all the hard work. I guess right. I'm missing one. Where's it at? It's somewhere else in the, it's probably in my Yazzie bag. That happens. You don't do small blocks, Quilt Winch? I like small blocks. You smaller ones, oh, are you talking about for the design boards? I don't like, I mean, I've used them. They're okay. All right. The fabric I'm looking for, let's see, is what? A small, let's see. It's a green, right? Yeah, it was 2 greens, but it's a smaller print. Did she put, she didn't put 2 greens together. She did, but they're different values. Huh. We'll just do this. And that'll work. I'm stealing from other blocks. It's fine. We'll figure it out. Alrighty. Woo. It's warm in here. Okay. So I'm ready to go. So when you're going to be doing diagonal, directional fabric, okay, start with the fabric folded to the side so that when you put your half square triangle on it, when you're stitching, okay, when you put your half square triangle on it, it'll come out right. So what I do, okay, I want it to look like this. I'm going to put that there. So you'll be stitching it to the side. It confuses your brain, but it's okay. You'll figure it out. But this is where you figure out how and where you want all your fabrics laid out. That's a good layout. Yeah, that looks good, y'all. I finished all of the blocks for the companion quilt, which is awesome. So now I need to get the sashing and cornerstones in it. Get it all together. All righty. So have I noticed the mosaic block looks like Tabasco hot sauce label? I have not. Oh my goodness, that's cool. All right, I am going to, do I have my regular ruler? Yeah, I do, right there. I'm going to get my regular ruler. Y'all, I'm going to draw down the center on the wrong side of the fabric, and I'm putting the ruler corner to corner. Okay. Where's my marker? This is a friction fine liner. Okay. Goes away with heat. So I'm going to draw, I'm putting the ruler corner to corner. If the ruler's corner to corner, the line is not. It's right next to it. And the part that's hanging out from underneath the ruler, put a little mark on it. That's the side that's going to be cut off. That's why you need to mark that. So just take a couple of minutes here and get these all marked. I have a lady coming over. She's supposed to be here at 10, and I asked her if we could move it to 10:15 so I can get done with y'all by 10. And she's coming over for a site visit. We're going to be putting in a spool. Have you ever heard of a spool? Not a spool of thread, but a spool. It's a swimming pool and a spa. So it's not the kind like the Michael Phelps swim spas. We have a very large above ground pool already. It's 18 by 33. And it was from the season of life that we had when we were playing water volleyball. 4 feet deep all the way across, and it's on a huge deck. So that is coming down. It has a leak in the liner. And Keith said, you know what? I don't feel like fixing that. So I said, okay. And then, so our friends have a spool. And the spool, it's a spa. It has seats. It has a bench seat in the stone all the way around or on one side. And maybe the other side has a waterfall or something like that. I'm not going to get the spillover. No, Jan. I'm not going to get the spillover. It'll have a little waterfall, you know, so you can keep the water moving around. And so I'm also going to put a sun deck on it because I like to sit. Sun deck is the ledge that's large enough to sit on that you can put a lawn chair on. I like to sit on those low lawn chairs and just sit in the water. I'm so excited about this. That's what I do at the beach is I sit in the water on those low chairs. And then the salt water eats my chair. So the swimming pool has been huge maintenance wise for us, but it's fine. We were willing to take care of it. Not a problem. Keith's my pool guy. Hi, Belinda. Thanks for joining us. So, okay, all my blocks are marked now, and I'm looking at the pattern. Now, all of them except this one. This is the one that is directional, but all the other ones, it really doesn't matter which way I sew it. So I'm just going to start assembly line sewing these, and I am going to sew on the line. Okay. I'm going to sew on the line. So anyway, we are, so yeah, we're going to tear down that big pool and deck. That's been up for probably 15 years. And Keith wants to make a larger chicken run for our chickens. But then once the spool gets installed, I'm going to get one of those pergolas because we have a lot of trees around our property. And we're going to have trees that drop acorns and leaves and oak right in the spool. So we're going to get a pergola, the kind that has the louvers on it that open and close remotely, so that when it is fall or oak or whatever, that I'll be able to just close those. And for the most part, you know, keep all that crud out. We are huge water babies, Keith and I. We definitely enjoy being in and around the water. And we do spend a lot of time in our pool. A lot of time. I think I'm short a bunch of squares. I'm short a bunch of white squares. Did I do that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 16. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. I'm short some white. I got to go back in and get more. So I decided, I was talking to my friend Dana. Is there a video on making the boards? Yes, Paula. Just go in there and on YouTube search Lori Holt design boards, and it will come up. And she shows you how she does that. It's wonderful. It's a great use of leftover binding because you use 2.5-inch strips to go all around these edges. That's all right, Cindy. You're not late. You're fine. There's a bunch of people over in the virtual kitchen sitting there yak jawing anyway, not even sewing. So you're not late. Come on in. Y'all be sure to hit the thumbs up button. Hey, we are almost, where did it go? Where did I put? Oh, it's right here in front of me. Good grief. It was a snake. We are almost to 80,000 subscribers on the channel. Thank you all so much. If you have not already, please subscribe. You must be a subscriber to win. I will ship this worldwide when we hit 80,000 subscribers. Hopefully that's this week. I am giving away a rotary mat, magnetic. It's designed to use with a magnetic cutting ruler, 6.5-inch square cutting ruler from Sew Tights, courtesy of Lady M. She is the benefactor of my channel, and she gave me one to give to you. I love this rotary mat. It is the best in the industry. If you want to get one, if you don't win it and you want to get one, I have a link below in the description box with a 15% off coupon. That's a deal because these are not cheap. But I will ship these worldwide, okay? But check this out. It is magnetic. Absolutely love it. So that is going, I am close. I'm like 40 people away, almost to 80,000. So I am willing to ship it worldwide because I have worldwide subscribers. On the Friday giveaways, which is once a week, US shipping for that. But for this one, I'll ship worldwide. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more white squares. So y'all, I decided to go and do a withdrawal from my thrift savings plan retirement plan for my spool. So I was having lunch the other day with my friend Dana. Her husband just passed. That's the guy. She's the one I'm making the t-shirt quilt for. And she had put in a really nice pool last year. They were both retired. He was only 70. Got diagnosed in April. He was dead in November. It's a sad, sad thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, Dana and I were talking, and she said, girl, you can't take it with you. And she's absolutely right. How do you enter the giveaway? You do have to be a subscriber. So there's a subscribe button right below the video. And if you don't see it on your phone, you can see it better on a tablet or a laptop. Okay. And because I can tell who is a subscriber and who is not on my YouTube channel. So if you win and I look on my subscribers list and your name is not there, then I'm going to draw another. This is a big one. So this is how this goes. You must be a subscriber. If the subscribe button is black, you're not subscribed. And YouTube tells me only about 1/3 of you are subscribed, of everybody who watches. So double check. Just because you watch every day doesn't mean you're subscribed. You have to click the subscribe button. If you are already subscribed, it'll be kind of grayed out and you won't be able to click it. So just FYI. Then if you want to be notified when I'm putting out new videos, you hit the little bell. And you'll get a notification when I'm going to go live. Or when I'm putting out a new video. Either when I drop a pre-record or if I'm live, you'll get a notification. Okay. What are you guys doing? You got sad little half squares, incorrect placement. So this method I'm teaching is foolproof, you guys. It's absolutely foolproof. So there are several schools of thought. There's a couple of little that I do, okay? Put the ruler corner to corner, put the line right next to the ruler. Don't draw the line corner to corner. You want the ruler corner to corner, okay? The reason for that is because you need that room that is called turn of cloth. And turn of cloth allows that fold over, all right? And then you mark this. And the reason you mark it is because even though the triangles on either side of the line look like they're the same size, they are not. The one with the little mark, which is this one right here, is smaller than this one. So the smaller one is the one that gets cut off. This is a quilt theory thing. Nobody else teaches this, just me. Well, I don't know why. Okay, the next thing, once you get this marked properly, it's very easy to mark. Ruler corner to corner, line right next to it. Then you want to put your two squares together so that you do what I call maintain the integrity of the base shape. So the base shape is the colored fabric. This is the back of it. You should not see any white hanging out over the edges, and you should not see any colored fabric hanging outside of the white. All right. Then you sew on the line. And normally you're going to put the tip of the fabric, the corner, just to the side of the needle, not right on it. If you're right on it, you're center, and that's not what you're after. You're looking for just to the side of the needle. So maintain the integrity of the base shape. Then the next thing you do is you fold it before you cut. I see people all the time, these master quilters, that's not me. They cut before they fold. I have no idea how they know where they're folding. to square it. I have no idea. Okay. Yeah, so I'm old enough to take a withdrawal from TSP, get taxed at it. Taxed at the regular rate, it's fine. But again, can't take it with you. I'm going to enjoy it, 61. I got another 10, 15 years, hopefully. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, right? And my last one. Okay. So I want to make sure my directional fabric is correct. So I'm going to fold my fabric first and figure out how it's going to go. I have to do this all the time. Okay, I want this like that. And the picture says that this corner goes down here like this. This is what I want it to look like for the final. So now I'm going to open it up and make sure that the point with the mark is down in that corner that I'm going to cut off. I have to go really slow like that, y'all. My brain. Go really slow. And before you cut, double check. So there's the side with the mark. I'm going to fold this like this, and it is correct. That's what I'm after. Okay. What is a master quilter? The quilt police? No. I don't know if there's a real definition. Not quilt police for sure. I know master quilters who are not quilt police. Quilt police are judgmental. There's only one way to do something. That is not true. Okay. There are ways that are better than the others. But no, I probably shouldn't be. Oh, well, it's big. They're big. So a master quilter is somebody who been quilting forever, very, very good at it. Ribbons, maybe they've won ribbons on their quilts that they've done. They just are exceptional quilters, just really, really good quilters. We lost a good one last week. Well, we lost her in February. Nanette, she lived up the street from me. She was good. Oh, my goodness. They may or may not be long armors, Okay. Oh, good. There you go, Diane. Life is short by the machine. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah. And it's not about, in my mind anyway, it's not about being alive, long enough, but being alive and enjoying life. And so, okay, I'm folding over. I'm making sure my points meet exactly. Okay. Pressing, no steam. All right, use the clapper. So this block, how big was it? 3.5? It was 3.5 when I started. Okay. It's still 3.5. It's just two different fabrics. Now you can trim it. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do them all at one time. So I'm touching equipment and the fabric, as all at once. But this is how it's going to look. Okay. So that's how that's going to go. I could stitch these and make other half square triangles. I'm not going to do that this time. I've done it a bunch. I have a whole big stack of half square triangles. But so the part with the mark, I'm going to take the part without the mark and fold it over, because the part with the mark is going to be cut off. Get it the exact size it needs to be. Finger crease. And you guys, you want to make sure your points in your corners are not one side larger than the other. Okay. That's important to make sure that those corners are exact. Okay. This one needs cut. These other ones don't. So anyway, it's not about just being alive. It's about being able-bodied enough to enjoy those things, right? So Keith is 65. He just went on Medicare this month. Oh. So Keith's 65 and I'm 61. And, now is the time. You just have to be, it's so funny. My son, he's a pastor, and he got back from an elders conference in California. It was Saturday. He was on his way home Saturday. And they dropped 2 guys off that were with him, that were traveling with him, dropped them off at their house. And then he had to go to the hospital to see one of his congregations, 77 years old. Well, and he goes, Mom, he just lays in the bed in the hospital. He said he's not watching TV. He's not playing with his phone. He's not doing anything. He's just laying there waiting to die. And I said, oh, that's terrible. That's such a sad thing. If you don't have something that you're excited about, like quilting, something to keep you busy, something you need to do. It's important for your brain. You need a motivation. So it was so funny. He said, yeah, Mom, he's 77. And I said, so my son's 40. And I said, you hear 77 and you think that's decades away. I hear 77 and I go, oh boy, that's only 17 years, 16 years. Oh my gosh. So live your life, enjoy it. If you can swing it, do it. That's the thing. The spool is definitely a splurge, that's for sure. But it's going to bring so much fun and happiness to our life. And we can do it, so we're going to. That's the beauty of it. That's what retirement is for. Don't save all that money till you drop over dead. What was the point of that? Just make your kids fight. Jeez. What's the name of that ironing mat I'm using? Rita, this is from Aliso. Aliso came out with these new ironing mats. It is so cool. I'm going to show you. I got a link to them below too. So these mats are like Legos. You buy them in a kit of 2, I believe. And I got 2 sets. So they have little orange doolollies that pull off. Okay. And then you take the little feet and they go back into the hole, and you put your other one right next to it, and then you attach them together. And so when you go to your retreat, you can spread out your space. Very, very cool concept. I love it. They're brand new from Aliso. I got these at Road to California. So this is what it looks like from the back. Very, very neat. Yep. I hear you, Elizabeth. Make your kids fight. That's so true. Yes, I know it. Y'all, it's so funny. We have so many housing developments that are going up all around us. We lived 25 miles from San Antonio. It's getting closer and closer. And all this ranch and farmland used to be covered in cows. Now it's covered in neighborhoods, so the farmers have been pressured for years by developers to sell, and they wouldn't do it. Well, they just wait for the parents to die off, and the kids get the land, and they sell it and make millions right out the gate. It's highway front property. It's on where I'm at. It's on 1604 and I-10, heading south toward St. Hedwig. That way. So it's crazy. But I talked to Keith. I said, I really want this. And he said, okay, let's do it. So it's exciting. Very exciting. Okay, I got 2 more of these left. Yeah, it is growing out to me. I know. What's the name of the one I'm ironing my blocks on? Rita, this is a seam press roll. And it's made by a gentleman called Gray Rooster. And it's a clapper and a seam roll. And then it has the baby clapper. I bought the set. Love these. Absolutely love these. I have a link below. It's in the section below the video. It says around my sewing room. And that is what these are. It'll say seam roll and baby clapper. You can go down there. Please use my links. I appreciate it very much. Okay. Around my sewing room, presser bar and clapper. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. A lot of people ask me, what's this? What's that? Where's that? There is a section below the video and it's all sectioned off. It's got featured items, fat quarter shop, contact me, around my sewing room, all that. All right, y'all. Yes, I'm going to throw these scraps away. No, I don't want to hear it. All right. I don't have enough bandwidth to manage all of that. Years ago, I used to sell my scraps on our store site, and I'm not doing that. It's too much trouble. What's the board I set my wool mat on? That is a Steady Betty. Also, below in the description box in the around my sewing room, along with the 3-tier cart, everything. This is a Steady Betty. The Steady Betty is a pressing board. I could use that. I had the Oliso over here for something. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, Oliso just came out with those. Am I going to put white batting between the layers, and where do I get the white batting? Barb, yes, I will be using white batting because I've got white background fabric. My batting I buy by the roll from a company called loftsupply.com. They are a husband and wife team out of the Woodlands in Texas, and they buy their batting from a manufacturer in Fort Worth. So all U.S. made and U.S. cotton, which is nice. Loftsupply.com. LOFT supply.com. I don't have a link for them. Y'all can just jump over there. But I know David and Sherry Mark, they travel around Texas to a lot of the shows and sell. They'll do a booth at the quilt shows. And then odds are, if you were at a quilt show and you came by a batting guy, it was probably them, David Mark and his wife Sherry. And yeah, Gray Rooster's awesome. Y'all, I have a link below to Gray Rooster shop. He used to be at the Houston Quilt Show. He stays home now to take care of his wife. But David and Sherry also supply a lot of quilt shops. So he will drive around Texas and Louisiana to quilt shops and go in and meet the owners and say hi. And, you know, it's a one-on-one wonderful relationship with your batting people. So that's a lot of fun. Very nice. I like supporting small business. All right, here we go. I put the picture away. Now I got to put it back the way it goes. Okay. Where are we at here? This is how it is. This is it right here. Okay. So now I'm going to play this game again. Let's see. This one points down. I'm looking at this picture right there. Uh-oh. I have not experienced that, Diane. The TP 1600. Is that the big one? I've never had the big one. This is the M3 Pro. And I love it. I've never had that problem. Okay. And this one goes here. And this goes like that. It's like 10 puzzles, y'all. Love it. Let me see. This green. She did put both greens. Let me see here. She's got two greens together. I'm going to put this. No. I guess I didn't cut this right. Now, let's see. That goes there. The orange goes here. This red goes here. Oh, I did. I switched the pink and okay. This is what I'm doing, I guess. I don't like this. I got too many greens right together. Does that look okay? That looks okay, doesn't it? I think that looks fine. I'm looking in the camera. I can see it better. Let's see. All righty. Shelly, which quilt are you talking about for getting ready? I've got links to them. Usually the getting ready block and all that. What are you talking about? Which quilt? Okay. I think this is fine. I'm looking at it in the camera and it looks beautiful. Looks great from Bryan, Texas. Well, Holly, that's good enough for me then. Good enough for me. All right, y'all. I'm going to sew in rows. So I am going to sew this one to this one. Okay. This one to this one. And then sew in the rows together. And then that side to this side. And then sew all the rows together. And y'all, if we don't finish, because my spool lady's coming over, I'm going to have to quit. All right. Now I will pin my bottom edges together. I do not want that bottom layer getting pulled through faster than the top. Excuse me. Move out of the way. Cord's in the way. Excuse me. You know, I never did get one of those large alisos. Never did. Oh, thank you. My coffee tumbler, it's called Swig. It is a Swig mug. That's a brand, apparently. And they have them at the Fat Quarter Shop. So fun. I have one here and I have one at our house in Port O'Connor. This is why I love my project boards. I've had project boards, you know, where you have to get up like the door or whatever, and you can just set it aside and you know where you are. You can walk away from it, come back. Everything stays right where you need it. Because if you set it on a table, you know, loose, if you set your project like that on the desk, you know, they can get moved around. I don't know how I functioned without them. I don't know. Looks great from the East Coast too. Well, yeah, it's good. All right. So I'm not going to press them until I press everything ready to put the rows together. Okay. That's when I'll press. So this is how I keep everything straight. All right. So this column is already sewn. Just super simple that way. But what I do is I press, you know, one row. I usually right or left, you know, it goes one or the other. I don't know how long that build's going to take on that spool. Okay. Probably won't be ready through the summer. But we are in our pool every single day at 4 o'clock. We have a deer feeder out back and the deer come up. Keith likes to watch. He calls them his deer. I got to go watch my deer. Which one am I putting on top to sew? The 2 and 4 are on top. It doesn't really matter. It does not matter. You do it whatever way works for your brain. It doesn't matter. Okay. What is that? Little dark piece of fuzz. So if you weren't here this morning at the Situation Room, I managed, it was my own fault. I managed to stretch the flannel on my design wall, the new design wall I bought. And it's all wonky now. And I tried straightening it out without any luck. I think I made it worse. So it's down. I don't have it up there right now. And I'm going to look at it again, see if there's anything I can do to kind of straighten it out. But I got the new water hose on my iron installed, so maybe I can steam it. I have a garment steamer too. That might work. I don't know, y'all. Okay. So now I have both of my columns built. Okay. So now I'm going to take this one and put it over and sew that the rows together. Get those right. You love turkeys? You aren't allowed to feed the deer? Oh, I live in the country. I probably have, I don't know. Gosh. 10-acre, 15-acre strip up behind our house. Our road runs like 2.5 miles in front of our house. And I bet you might even be 20 acres wide strip of green belt, you could call it. Between my road and the road right next, right over. And it's just all thick woods. You can't see a thing in there. But the deer, see, they're everywhere. You got neighborhood kids, wild animals. Funny. I'm going to turn the camera around. We're going to go over to my horribly stained ironing space. When I replaced the tubing on my gravity-fed iron, all the water poured out. And it made the stain 5 times bigger and darker, and it looks terrible. I need to recover my ironing station. It's always something, y'all. Always something. Okay. So if you have not joined us, not this coming Thursday, this is Quilt Fest all week with Sewing Machines Plus. So jump over to their channel when you're done with me, and you can watch live streams all week. But on next Thursday at 1 p.m., join us for a live stream with Keith. He is doing the Sophia Legit Kits block of the month. And that one, because it's 1 p.m, it's happy hour in the kitchen, and we have a ball in there. Really good time. All right. So I'm going to go over to the ironing station and let's get these rows pressed. Okay. Hello, Frito. All right. I'm going to turn this camera. No. Yeah, I'm turning this camera. We're going to switch back. Y'all, don't make fun of my ironing station. See that big old spot? How about that? That's awful. Ah. Okay. I'm going to press rows 1. Well, let me see here. Let's see. I really want to see where those seam lines cross. I'm going to show you. You want to see where the seam lines cross right here. okay, so that you want to see where this seam and this seam come to a point, because that's what you want to hit with the sewing machine. Okay, so you need to press those so you can see them. So they all went to my left. So these are all going to go to my right, so that I can see those seam lines. That worked out fine. Okay. And then these are going to go, I don't know. It doesn't always work out, but you want to do as best you can. Right? No, these have to go this way. The other way. And sometimes you have to take a pin and mark it, and that's okay. Okay. This one goes here, and then these are going to go. No. That didn't work out. It doesn't always work. I'm going to switch these back. They're smushed the wrong way. It'll be rows 2 and 3 that I'm going to have to do with a pin and a mark, but the other ones I can do just like this. Okay, put that there. There we go. So the only ones that are not the same, that are not opposite, are these 2 rows. These are opposite and these are opposite, and I'm talking about the seams, the way they're pressed on the back. All right, all done. Time to get our rows together. Okay. Yeah, I know. I know. It is well loved. It's a mess. Hot mess. So, let me see here. I got to turn this camera just a little bit more to this way. No, I did not press the white over that stain. No, I need to put a Teflon sheet down on that. Okay. So the reason you want to be able to see on the back, okay, so I can tell where they cross. Make sure I got this right. Don't want to get myself turned around. That goes up here. That goes right there. Fold that onto that. I got that one turned. Okay. I smushed these the wrong way. I guess I'll. So if you're going to be the wrong, if the seam, you know what road is paved with good intentions, right? Let me sew it from this way. Whatever. I'm just going to do this. So what I'll do is take a pin and come out on the point and then mark it. And it's 1/4 of an inch. It should be 1/4 of an inch, but it isn't always. So just double check and make sure you get it right so that you don't tip your points. Okay. That's the way to do that. Okay. And the last one is a nested seam. I'm going to nest these up together. Take a peek and make sure they're right where they need to be. Then I'm going to pin it in one side of the seam allowance and out the other. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to double check that, y'all. I've got issues. I can feel it. Put my point together. There we go. Nest them tightly so that they don't get crazy on you. I'm going to do just this one row and then I got to go, y'all. I got to get a gas bubble too and install propane, get that gas bubble so that we can heat the spool for the winter. Awesome. That looks good right there. This is a Lori Holt stand in denim. Yes, my book stand sure is. I love all things Lori Holt, y'all. All right, here we go. Let's see if this worked. This is the part that's not so much a happy dance. This is the part that'll make you crazy. It's funny, when I was doing these for the companion quilt, the first one gave me fits, and 2, 3, and 4 just went right together. It's like you get better at it the more you do. All right, let's see how we did. That one's pretty. Ooh, I like it. How about that? Oh, wrong camera. Let me do this. And sometimes you can press different directions and get different results. That's a thing too. So let me press this. The thing I like about this Aliso is that when you have it standing up on its rear end, it has a 30-minute timer, which is wonderful. And then it resets the moment that you touch it, and it jiggles a little bit and it resets. Okay, there you go. Pretty, pretty. That's gorgeous, you guys. This is what I am off after. Okay. You've become a better piecer, Cindy. Well, good for you. You could hear Keith. Yeah, he's in there talking to, we've got somebody over. All right. So I got to go, you guys. Be sure to jump over to Sewing Machines Plus's YouTube channel and check out Quilt Fest. I will be on there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, doing some long arming. We're going to stitch up the how to build a scarecrow quilt. I'm so excited to get that done with y'all. You guys helped me to piece it together and applique it last year, and I'm excited to get it done. All right. I will see you next week, Monday, 9 a.m. Central, and we're going to do another block on week 14. So, guys, this has been a lot of fun. Be sure to give a thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you soon. You guys go sew something. Bye.